Hi guys, it's Fentony. The rumours that were going around today were that HBO was going to release the trailer because the YouTube channel Game of Thrones has privated the Long Walk trailer, and in the past they've privated Season 5 and Season 6 trailers before releasing the big trailer for that season. So because of this, I was stalking HBO and Game of Thrones on social media, and then Entertainment Weekly dropped 7 new Game of Thrones images for Season 7. There's quite a bit to get through, and they're pretty cool, so let's break it down. Just be careful for spoilers. First up, we have Daenerys and Drogon, and look at the size of him. The caption that goes along with the image reads, Dracarys, Daenerys, Emilia Clarke. Dragons are enormous in Season 7 and ready for war in this jaw-dropping first look, battle image. More exclusive new photos ahead. When you see this image, the first thing that comes to your mind is the giant dragon. Drogon and his brothers Viserion and Rhaegal, who are not in this image, are supposed to be the size of Boeing 747s. Drogon is much bigger than he was in Season 6. Just look at Daenerys compared to him. The big question is Drogon fully grown? The dragons are still quite young compared to other dragons in the past, such as Balerion, the Black Dread, but Drogon is getting there. If you take your eyes away from the giant dragon for a moment, you can see a battle in the background. There's meant to be lots of battles in Season 7, and they're meant to be much bigger than the Battle of the Bastards. The Lannisters are meant to sack Highgarden and defeat the Tyrells with the help of Randyll Tarly. Then Daenerys and her Dothraki are meant to arrive. And we know how dangerous the Dothraki are, but can you just imagine the destruction Drogon is going to cause? You can see in the background there's flames on the field, and after the battle, Daenerys is meant to actually burn Randyll Tarly alive. Of course, this is all coming from the plot leak and spoilers that we've seen from the set, such as images that were taken by fans, but with all the information we're getting, it seems to be adding up. Next up is Jon Snow on horseback in the snow. The caption that goes with this image is, Jon Snow, Kit Harington, either leaving or returning to a wintry Winterfell. Try and say that, wintry Winterfell 5 times fast. We know he's going to head south to meet with Daenerys, to form an alliance and collect some of that dragon glass that's going to be very helpful against the White Walkers. This image could happen in many possible times in the season. It could be at the start when Jon is leaving, or it could be when he comes back after meeting Daenerys, or even still, it might be him leaving Winterfell for the second time. We know Jon Snow is going to head north and beyond the wall with a small team to capture a white and use it as proof of the White Walkers' return. We think Daenerys is going to require Jon to have proof about the White Walkers. In my opinion, this looks like Jon Snow coming back or leaving to meet Daenerys, rather than heading up north. Another massive one is Arya, and she's got some new clothes and a new surrounding. The caption reads, Arya Stark, Maisie Williams, mounted up on the road, but to where in Season 7. You can't really tell where this image is set, and when we last seen her at the Twins, she killed Walder Frey. It is rumoured that Arya is going to wear Walder Frey's face and command the Twins for a bit, kill the rest of the Freys that are alive, free Edmure Tully, and then head north. She's meant to meet Nymeria on the way as well, which is going to be great. I can't wait to see them two back together. But if you go back to this image, you can't really say much about where she is. Yeah, she's on horseback, she's got new clothes. My predictions are she's either in the north or still in the Riverlands. I don't think this is Winterfell. I love Arya, especially back from Season 1 to 4. But then when she gets to Braavos, it all goes downhill from there. It did start off alright, and I was excited to see her back with Jaqen. But once we got into all the faceless man stuff, and the waif was brought in, I really couldn't be bothered with it. So when we get to the Season 6 finale, and Arya appears and cuts Walder Frey's throat, I was so happy. She's finally back in Westeros, and I want to see her back on top, and I feel she's going to play a very important part in all the politics that's going on in the north. Next up, we get a behind the scenes look at another image that was released in the last batch of images. This one's Cersei Lannister on the Iron Throne with her brother Jaime by her side. The caption reads, Nikolaj Coster-Waldau, Jaime Lannister, guards Lena Headey, Cersei Lannister on the Iron Throne in the Great Hall. But can he keep her safe now that Dany is on her way to Westeros? I do like the behind the scene images, but it's a shame we kinda didn't get anything new with Jaime and Cersei. Just like the last image, Jaime is standing by Cersei's side, who's on the Iron Throne, and Jaime actually possesses Widow's Wail, which was the Valyrian steel sword made for Joffrey. To me, this looks like some sort of meeting is going on. Perhaps some lords of Westeros have come to swear fealty to the new queen? Or my prediction is, the Iron Bank has come for its money. Cersei inherits all the debt from her family who ruled. The Iron Bank is extremely powerful, and even the Iron Throne must submit Can Jaime keep her safe? Yeah, Daenerys is coming for the Iron Throne, but Cersei has other problems, and it's not just the Iron Bank. The Valonqar prophecy was cut from season 5 episode 1 when Cersei visits Maggie the Frog. Basically the prophecy is Cersei will die at the hands of the Valonqar, which in High Valyrian means younger brother, but because Valyrian is gender neutral, it could be a younger sister too. Younger sibling's the best phrase. There's lots of candidates, and I'm not going to get into this too much, as I've covered it so many times, but Jaime Lannister is pretty high up on the list. Next up, we've got a behind the scenes picture of Brienne, and the caption reads, Gwendoline Christie, Brienne of Tarth, has a laugh on the set of Winterfell. If you remember back to season 6, Sansa sent Brienne to meet with the Blackfish to forge an alliance. Brienne is going to be a very important character in season 7 for Sansa. She has sworn her life. Sansa's in a very strange position at the moment, but Brienne is going to have to protect her, and not just from outside sources, but from herself. Next up is another behind the scenes image of Tormund in Winterfell. Tormund is a really good character, I love him. The caption reads, Tormund Giantsbane, Christopher Hivju, I'm sorry for that, doubtless hopes to see Brienne at Winterfell. Obviously Tormund fancies the pants of Brienne. Tormund's part of Jon's team, and along with Davos, he's kind of like Jon's right hand man, and the link to the free folk. If you go back to season 6, Tormund tells Davos, Jon Snow is no king. He meant that in a good way, but now that Jon Snow is king, we need another line where Tormund mentions the fact that he is a king now, and he can't let that get to his head. And the final image is similar to what we got in the past. It's Littlefinger and Sansa on the balcony at Winterfell. The caption reads, Littlefinger, Aegon Gillen, and Sansa Stark, Sophie Turner, plot at Winterfell. We know there's meant to be some sort of conflict between Sansa and Jon Snow in season 7. I don't expect Sansa to betray Jon, but there will be a conflict. But they have to trust each other, and she has to trust Jon more so. There's a lot of politics going on in the north, and that's kind of what I meant earlier when I mentioned it with Arya. So what do you think about these images? Some of them are really good, but the behind the scenes ones are not that great. They're nice, but I would have preferred other ones, with characters we've not seen yet. Big thank you to Entertainment Weekly for posting these. They have great Game of Thrones exclusives. I would appreciate it if you could leave a like on this video, as it really helps the channel out, and subscribe to stay up to date with all my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.